Oh, shit. Welcome to the inaugural podcast of
Todd and Forrest talking comics.
Yeah.
I'm Forrest.
I'm Todd.
So, yeah. Read anything good lately? You know, anything interesting?
Maybe try saying that again.
Yeah. You read anything interesting lately?
I read the new issue of Magneto, Cullen Bunn.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How was that?
Oh, it was pretty good. I liked the story a lot, what they're doing, taking Magneto back to being more of a villain type character.
Yeah.
Well, not so much a villain. Well, he is, but he doesn't see himself as a villain. He's more of a freedom fighter.
Yeah. I really like the one part where he says like a proud man would see this as like compare it to like the Christian devils fall from heaven and like, or no, sorry, a vain man, and a proud man might like look at the surroundings and like, you know, think it just punishment, you know, but he doesn't look at it like that. He's just like, coffee's not so bad. It was really well done. I didn't have high hopes for it either, so like I just I downloaded it and I checked it out and I was like, this is really good, so I went out and I bought it because it was really good.
Yeah, Cullen Bunn's really hit and miss, but he did a pretty solid job on Venom for the most part, and yeah,
he likes to work with the darker characters.
Deadpool Killer Stray was okay.
Yeah,
that was him.
It was all right. I didn't really like it so much, honestly.
Yeah. One problem I had with Magneto was probably the art. It was really good for the most part. I liked the style. I just didn't like the way that he drew Magneto, really. I liked him once he had the like helmet that he crafted. That looked really good.
Especially with it like forming up on his head. I really liked the way that was done. And
I got that he was going for like, I'm not recognizable, but that doesn't just make you look like Charlie Brown.
Yeah, I know.
Like he had the roundest, he had a Carl Pilkington-esque head and it bothered me and it just looked bad. Everything else I was totally fine with. I liked how they did the little blue things.
Yeah, that's what
the segments around all of the metal that Magneto was able to control.
Yeah.
It was really awesome.
I also like the one part where she's calling on the phone and he comes out and he's like, "Oh, you forgot something," and he goes back in and he's like, "You're getting paranoid, old man."
Yeah, but it doesn't hurt to bribe.
No, it doesn't.
Warren Ellis's Moon Knight also just came out. It was really good.
Yeah.
Who was the artist on that one?
Declan Shalvey.
Declan Shalvey. He has an interesting style.
I like it.
Yeah, it works for Moon Knight a lot because he's a very odd character.
I like how Warren Ellis has obviously taken over the title and he's injected a sort of a spy-fi aspect to it. You know, it's sort of like he's got like, I don't know, it's this blend Warren Ellis has where he picks like soldiers and spies. You know, those are the kind of people he likes to write about.
Yeah. Do you want to like explain Moon Knight a bit, just because he's not that normal of a character?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Okay, so Moon Knight is his name is Grant Spector. He was pretty, awful person. He was a mercenary, went around killing people for money and stuff. And then the one time he actually decided to do some good in his life and protect this family in Egypt, he got gunned down and he fell in front of the statue of this avatar, or this deity, Khonshu, and he became its avatar. He became reborn from death. He rebirthed, and he didn't actually rebirth. He didn't come out of a birth canal again.
Life's bad.
Yeah.
That sounds gross.
He just
he just woke up.
He came back to life, yeah, basically. And he became the avatar of this deity, Khonshu. And basically for the longest time, he's been treated like a crazy person. He has 4 different identities. There's like Grant Spector. There's...
Mark Spector.
Mark Spector. There's Grant something.
Phil Spector.
There's... no, it's all good. Moon Knight, obviously. And then there's... Khonshu, and people obviously think he's insane, but he's actually, this is Warren Ellis's take on it, is he's not insane. He's been the avatar of a god with 4 different aspects, and he applies different faces to those aspects.
And in the issue, they even go as far, because he sees a psychiatrist, and they explain that he doesn't actually have DID like everyone assumed he did, which used to be, schizophrenia.
Yeah, he doesn't actually have multiple personalities. He's just assigning a face to the different aspects of the avatar, which does make you crazy, really, and realistically.
Oh, yeah, he's totally insane.
Yeah, but it's not it's not multiple personality disorder. You know, he has a god living in him. You can't qualify that as a
Yeah, he just got
psychological
brain damage.
disorder. Yeah. Well, I mean, he was dead.
Yeah.
He would get brain damage.
Certain amount of rotting going
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
So, anything you're excited for coming up in comics
I'm
or
really-
comic book movies per se?
I'm really excited about Original Sin.
Oh
coming
yeah, yeah. Jason Aaron's new summer event, right?
Yeah.
Who killed the Watcher?
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I read that like someone steals his eye or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it like gives you, you know, the like.
Gives you the ability to like see all of like the events happening.
Yeah.
Because that's like the Watcher's whole thing. He watches
He just take a
in a very pervy way at times.
stern vow of non-action. Doesn't do anything.
Real
Except
stoked for that
except
one.
for when he feels like it's appropriate for him to take action,
So, yeah,
and then he
obvious-
just abandons it.
Yeah, obviously someone's like, okay, well, you're kind of a dick, Watcher, so we're gonna just kill you.
Yeah, which, you know, I could see. That's
Yeah.
cool. I'm excited for Jason Aaron, though, because he wrote, in my opinion, the best issue of AVX
Yeah, and
last summer.
This is like his.
Or last summer.
Yeah, it was last summer. Last summer. 2 years ago. Last summer was Infinity. I'm excited because it's his first event that he's like writing on his own. You know, it's like his baby, I guess.
Yeah.
And he's been doing a lot with Marvel lately, and he's been killing it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He has such a good handle on a lot of different characters, and that's
Yeah.
why he's like really talented. Like he handled like 40 plus issues of Wolverine while handling like Thor almost double shipping. Like,
Oh, Thor, so good.
yeah,
How
and
good
he just nails the
has
characters.
Thor of God of Thunder been?
I'm a little bit behind on it, but from what I've read, it's good. I like the art. It's really painted and awesome.
Yeah, well, it's Assad Brevik, right?
Yeah. Well, it switches to Ron Garney for a
Yeah.
bit, but
Similar style though.
it's good. It's just not Assad
as good,
Ribic
no.
good.
Nothing.
It's like Alex Ross. It's like there's Alex Ross, and then there's everyone else.
See, you have plenty of artists you like. There's a
Doesn't mean I can
There's-
talk about him for an hour.
There's a special kind of art that Assad Ribic has. It works really well with that whole Thor, you know, because he's such
Well, And like it's just like on Silver Surfer Requiem, because it kind of has the same kind of
yeah.
somber, sad story.
That was a really good, just short, quick story, you know.
Yeah, the last good thing Jim Michael Straczynski did.
I know. He's been just slaughtering his career.
He did it to himself. It's okay.
Yeah, he did it to himself.
He's getting
whatever.
money, and that's cool.
Yeah.
He's getting older.
Yeah.
I understand.
And
Horrible people.
anything coming up movie wise you're excited about?
I don't know about you, but Captain America looks pretty amazing.
It does look pretty, and I am personally more stoked though for Guardians of the Galaxy this summer.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
I-
I am excited to see more of Groot and Rocket in action.
Yes, B Coop.
B Coop's gonna kill it. Vin Diesel, odd but really good choice for Groot.
Yeah,
He's pretty limited sometimes, so having to say 3 words, I think, will be good for him.
and all he has to do is get the intonation right. It's like I am Groot, or like
That's
I'm Groot.
that's me.
I
Have you
am
seen
Groot.
Boiler Room?
Yeah, I've seen
He
Boiler Room.
kills it in Boiler Room. And he's got plenty of
He's not
lines.
always terrible.
No,
I like
he's-
Riddick,
yeah.
and I like
Saving
like
Private Ryan. He was great in that too.
yeah.
Pitch
So
Black.
Pitch Black was awesome.
I'm
Chronicles
just saying.
sucked, but that wasn't his fault.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, not everyone feels the same way about Vin Diesel.
No, but not Fantastic Four. Fast and Furious is terrible.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Like,
As long as we can all agree that he makes poor choices movie wise.
well, dude, they're a
We
cash
can-
cow for him. It's like I get the money. This is how he got the money to produce the Hannibal movie that he's wanted to make for forever, is by doing Fast and Furious movies. So I can't really argue with that. Like I like Vin Diesel personally.
I like him too as a person.
Yeah,
I
he
just
seems
think
like
I just think he makes poor acting decisions sometimes.
He's a really.
That's fine.
He seems like a really down.
I think he's gonna be amazing as Groot.
Oh, he's gonna be.
Did I
awesome.
not start this with that? If not, I meant
I'm just
to.
excited for that whole movie. It looks like it looks like blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Such a good blend of like comedy and
Action
Yeah,
and
action,
sci-fi.
yeah.
I like that they went the route of like real makeup with as much as they could. Like Drax and Gamora are very clearly made up,
as opposed to CGI. And like I understand it for like Rocket and Groot, right? You can't really do them without CGI.
Yeah, it's a tree and a fucking raccoon, like
unless you get like an actual raccoon,
which they kind of did.
Well,
at
yeah.
first.
I mean,
That's how they based the CGI off of,
which is actually really cool that they actually got a raccoon. And that's James Gunn. That's. He does it real where it counts, where he can do it real.
Yeah.
Also, I am pretty excited for Days of Future Past.
Oh, it looks amazing.
It does.
Yeah. At first, I was kind of bummed out that, Matthew Vaughn didn't get to return in the director's chair, but Bryan Singer is going to kill it from the looks of it, and his idea was way better than what Matthew Vaughn's ideas were looking like. So I'm kind of happy with it. It looks amazing.
And he kind of started the X-Men franchise of movies, right? So he's bringing it back to its roots a bit with bringing back the old cast and everything. And
being able to cut out Rogue is really nice because Anna Paquin was a very poor
She
Rogue.
was the worst part of those movies.
A little bit of offense.
Really? No, a lot of offense. I'm sorry. I hate Anna Paquin. But no. Anna Paquin can suck it.
But Forrest, what about Fly Away Home?
with the birds where she conspires with them? Fuck that movie.
Oh yeah. For those who don't know, Todd hates birds. Just hates them.
They're a menace to society. A boy on the hood, if you were.
A boy. Anyway, yeah. Also, I like they released all the costumes for everybody, right, on those magazine covers.
Storms looks awful.
Well, yeah, it's Storm. I'm sorry, but I just
also Quicksilver's.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get to. It just.
He shouldn't even be in this movie.
No, he really
should be.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily blame you. It's probably Fox exec because Joss announced it, and then a couple days later, we're gonna do Quicksilver
because we can. He's a mutant too.
Yeah, but come on.
I really want to know how they're going to do Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch without making the mutants.
I think they'll probably just not talk about it.
Probably not.
They'll probably just not go into how they got their powers, or just say that it happened in accident or from birth. Just be like, I've had them from birth. You're not saying you have a mutation, but saying you have them from birth implies that you have been.
Their father could have experimented with their mother in the womb or something.
Yeah, I bet they experimented.
Yeah.
Magnus, you dog.
Except it won't be Magnus.
It's still Magnus.
Oh, speaking of which, how good was that Aaron Taylor Johnson in the Godzilla trailer? And he's just like, can we kill it? It's just total Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, just summoning all of his momentum from Drive, just
smoldering and just single line, and then just let it punctuate.
So I got that 50-year-old director.
Yeah, and I like that both the Aaron Taylor Johnson, who's going to be Quicksilver, and Elizabeth Olsen, who's going to be
Scarlet Witch,
are going to be in that movie. What's going to be funny is if they're a love interest, because that'll be a little ultimacy. Since they're obviously not going to do that in the movie.
No, especially since they're bringing Vision in, which will be cool. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So it probably means that they're gonna force the relationship between Scarlet Witch and Vision a little bit, because that's the traditional 616 way. There was even that miniseries in the late 80s, early 90s. That was just it was okay, but
Nick really liked it.
Yeah, it's Nick.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really liked the Scarlet Witch and Vision as a pairing. I never really got it. I kind of get it, but I really don't.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, she's just baby crazy, or was in those days.
She kind of isn't anymore. She couldn't be because
she had children.
Yeah.
Now they're reincarnated into Wiccan and Hulkling. No, Wiccan and Speed.
That'd be fucking weird.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Dating his fucking brother. Creepy. I know, right? That's what he's suggesting. We at Todd and Forrest Talking Comics do not encourage or condone
incest,
brother loving,
or cousin loving,
or cousin or sister, any kind of familial
loving.
That's a no.
I don't even think that need to be said.
Forrest was implying. I wanted to be clear.
And there was no implications.
It's picking up implication.
I do really like how they had the brown leather jacket on.
Star-Lord?
No, that was a red leather jacket.
Okay. Well, shut up.
I do actually.
What are we talking about then?
I was talking about the brown leather jacket on Logan in Days of Future Past.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome because
Yeah.
it's like just like the comic.
Exactly. And I do like how in the future he has like the grain temples. It kind of sucks that he'll have the brown leather jacket with the grain temples like the comic Days of Future Past, but I get that they can't really do that with the way it is.
Yeah.
But I do like in that how they went with the old costume of Star-Lord with the like red jacket and the like face mask as opposed to like the newer one where he's like got the blue.
Yeah, and it's more open-faced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His ship is blue though, which is cool. Still.
Yeah, I want to see more of the ship too. We just didn't get a lot.
No,
It's
we
just
will once
quick
the real
flashes.
trailer comes out. Though.
I know. I want a real
I know,
trailer
like
with
now.
like more people talking.
More.
With like
This
other
is
people
our booty, or
Yeah.
this one's our booty.
Like I was saying, I want to see some more Rocket Raccoon and
Yeah.
Groot, man.
I want to see some more Drax. I want to see some more Gamora.
Yeah, Drax doesn't talk all that much though.
I want to see some more.
I want to see him destroy some shit.
Nebula.
that's why I care about
see
Drax.
Some more Yondu. I want to see some more of the whole movie.
Yeah.
Literally, I want to see now.
Yeah, well, it comes out in August, so.
I think Captain America. Captain
Chill.
America 2 is going to be my favorite non-Avengers Marvel movie until Guardians comes out.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Probably, unless Cap 2 bombs, but I don't think it will.
Yeah, I did like in how the Guardians follow the same sort of like dynamic as the movie Avengers. You know, you've got like the leader, and he's not quite like, you know, Captain America. You know, Captain America's noble and all that. Whereas, but like the Guardians,
Star-Lord's a prick.
yeah, the
A
Guardians
hilarious,
are
awesome
like
prick.
a rebellious sort of team to begin with, though. So you know, he's sort of that like leader figure. And then you got like Rocket, who's like the tech guy with the big weapons, and who's kind of a smart ass, and he's sort of the Iron Man figure.
Groot's the Hulk type.
Yeah, Hulk smash, I am Groot, right? Then you've got Gamora, who's obviously the Black Widow, like deadliest woman on the planet, deadliest woman on Earth, and Drax, who's the Thor figure, you know. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like how...
No Hawkeye.
No Hawkeye. Well, I mean, you kind of mash Hawkeye in with Cap to get Star-Lord, you know. He's
Fair
got
enough.
Star-Lord or Hawkeye's sort of quippiness.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sarcastic bastard that he is.
How good has Black Science been, though, really?
Oh, Black Science has been pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's a great start to a new series that hopefully is going to become ongoing, I guess.
Yeah, I thought it was only like 4 issues,
Me
but
too, but it's apparently not going to be stopping anytime
Yeah.
soon, so that's a good sign.
yeah. I really like Rick Remender. He is probably my current favorite comic book writer right now.
Yeah, he's up there.
Current favorite right now. No, his Uncanny Avengers arcs have just been amazing. So
Yeah.
good. Recently, actually, I've been reading Fear Itself. I went back and I've been reading all the, you know, events concurrently, and I've read also all the new Avengers stuff and the Secret Avengers and all that, you know, all the backdrops for all of it, basically I've read like the past 10 years of comic books and have finally gotten to Fear Itself, caught up. AVX is next on the list.
Even though he's already read it.
So, I need to reread it anyway. It's been forever. I haven't read it since it came out.
True.
There's some good stuff there. Issue
Yeah.
9.
Issue 9 is amazing.
Issue 9.
Jason Aaron, because then that's why he has his own event now,
Yeah.
because he killed it.
Yeah. I love how it was very character focused too, and the big chaos of the
Yeah.
event, and that's even in the AVX series itself. It was very character focused because, like most of AVX, it was like the
Big.
core series anyway. It was like big stuff happens. Oh, we don't have time to really focus in on a character, but that issue was like character driven from the core.
And Jason Aaron just gets Spider-Man like very few do.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course, he took down 2 Phoenixes in one swing.
Pretty sweet.
It was. It's awesome.
Knocked himself out doing it, but
Yeah, but Peter does that. That's practically how he friggin' died in Ultimate Universe.
Marvel Knights Spider-Man was pretty good. I liked the ending. It was a little sweet ending.
I liked the ending. It was really good. I really liked the art. It came around to it a lot. I was iffy on it at first. It seemed a little too manic and crazy, but it worked for the series for what it was, because the series itself was a little manic and crazy. Like, Just the idea itself.
Well, yeah, and I don't think you've read it, but you've obviously read it, but I don't think you read the version with the pictures, Drawing of the Three, the Stephen King book. The version that has the pictures in it, the art style was very similar to that for me. It was very like distorted sort of looking people, you know. They looked like people, but they didn't. They were in weird poses, and they had like weird like muscles stretched over them and stuff. It looked a little bit like that to me.
Right on, yeah. It worked a lot because like he was getting drugged a lot and like had all these people fucking with his like circuits. Well, not circuits because he's a person, but
yeah, the
people circuits.
People circuits. Yeah. Organic circuitry.
Yes.
Peter's probably my favorite.
What?
Peter's probably my favorite.
Superhero?
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man?
Yeah. Unless Dan Slott's writing it.
No, Dan Slott's the worst.
Yeah.
Dan Slott should stop writing everything. Especially Silver Surfer, because that's going to be just the worst.
How good was Ultimate Spider-Man when it was Peter? I mean, it's still good now with Smiles, don't get me wrong.
Well, it's kind of over right now.
Taking
a break.
Yeah. Survive's coming out. It's like the ultimate fallout to Cataclysm. Oh, speaking of Cataclysm, by the way, the Ultimate Universe is not ending. We can all relax on that one.
All 7 of us.
I accepted it. I was like...
I did too. I was so pissed off because I bought all the fucking single issues. And now it's not over. So, great. Thanks.
Great. Yeah.
Thanks, Bendis, for tricking me. With your awesome, stupid awesomeness.
Yeah. Mark Bagley did the art too. That's what sold me on the idea that it was over too. It was like, Mark Bagley's on it. And he shows up and in the first 8 pages destroys New Jersey. I was like,
well, it's
done.
New Jersey. No one really cared.
Yeah, I know no one really cared, but I was like, they're done. How can they possibly fight? How could they possibly fight Godzilla? How could they possibly
Galactus?
Fight? Yeah, the Galactus. They're not prepared for this. It's Galactus.
With the Galactus swarm.
No, they were killed in Ultimate Hunger.
Oh, right.
Yeah, at the end.
Cool. Right, yeah, with Rick Jones, and then he got transported to the other planet.
Well, actually, technically, though, it's not the other planet. It's like an in-between dimension. But technically, they did live on in there. That was covered in Cataclysm, Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Comics X-Men.
I'm a little behind.
Yeah, I figured you're usually a little behind.
You dick, Forrest. I have a life. No, I don't, too. Actually. I just sit around and do nothing.
I just read at superhuman speeds.
I play video games.
You should be playing comic book video game. The Deadpool game.
I do play that.
I know. You should play it again and again and again.
I beat it twice.
Really? Nice.
And then 1.5, actually.
Yeah.
I'm close to the end.
Did you beat it on like the hardest difficulty?
That's what I'm on.
Yeah, nice.
I just stopped playing it.
Yeah.
Ian played through it all, and then I played through it a bit, and then I just was like,
the game was hilarious.
Yeah, it was good. I don't know. I've been on a Skyrim and Kingdom Hearts kick.
What other good comics? Deadly Class. What did you think of the second issue of Deadly Class?
I think it's shaping up to be a real good series.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see where it goes.
I love I
don't think I loved it as much as you did.
No, but you don't love Remender as much as I do.
No, I think it was really cool though.
Yeah, Remender and Wes Craig, by the way, for those that did not know.
Yeah,
Remender. It's pretty cool. I love the John Hughes, but like twisted John Hughes version.
Yeah, I do. I loved the part where the kids who were like all the like degenerate and like punk and fucking weird kids were like bashing on John Hughes, saying that there should be like a theater that was really secretly a furnace, playing a John Hughes marathon and take care of all the idiots who love him.
I loved it.
I know, it's messed up.
The premise of
the kid is messed up. They're at a school to like train to be fucking assassins.
Yeah, the premise of this is it's a kid who his parents were killed when Reagan let the homeless, or no, it's not the homeless, the insane people out when they cut funding to mental health. So his parents were killed by this woman jumping off a bridge. He went around from foster home to foster home, and then eventually became homeless. And he gets drafted by this assassin's school, and they basically want him there because they've always, had this thing where the assassins sprung up from, the poor and the people who'd been crapped on in life and to rise up. And now it was like all these rich people were there, but they'd never forgotten their heritage, so they sort of picked him out of obscurity. Anyway, to be a deadly assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
I also really liked the part when he was explaining all the really messed up cliques. Because, like, it's a high school, there's going to be cliques, but it's like the Yakuza's kids and, like, the white supremacist and redneck fucking terrorist kids. And, like, yeah, I know, right? It's messed up. Like,
the Latino.
Yeah, the Latino gang kid and, like, the drug cartel kids.
You guys are going to give yourselves nightmares.
No, this isn't the nightmare stuff.
Oh, I did
Speaking of dream.
Oh, Sandman.
Yeah, I wish Sandman Overture would come out.
Yeah.
Because the first issue was amazing and Neil Gaiman killed it, and then he just didn't fucking work on it for like 3, 4, 5 months now. Come on, man. Are you Mark Miller now? Do I have to wait this long for both of you? Actually, no, because Mark Miller has been he's shipped like 4 or 5 different issues this year.
MPH still hasn't come out?
No, MPH hasn't, but there's been like 2 issues of Kick-Ass, 3. It's been Jupiter's Legacy, Starlight just started. Ugh, go along. Kevin.
Yeah. I was going to say something, but I don't remember what it was.
Was it about comics?
It was about comics, Todd.
It's not like we're doing a podcast or nothing.
Dead air.
Marvel Knights Hulk.
Marvel Knights Hulk
You haven't
is
read that
not
one
something I've read.
No, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should get there because you've read.
On a scale, would you say is not ultimate Marvel Knights X-Men better than Hulk?
No, I like the Hulk better.
You like the Hulk better?
Yeah, Marvel Knights X-Men was my least favorite of the 3.
From the story or the art or just
the art. The story's pretty cool. It's a cool story, but the art really seals the deal on it. It's very cool art.
That's cool.
Yeah. I really like what they're doing with the Marvel Knights line, where they're picking like indie talent out of obscurity.
Yeah, like Matt Kint did the Marvel Knights Spider-Man with Rudos Valentine.
Marco Rudy.
Sorry.
No worries.
And then, you know.
You don't have the crazy...
Brom Revel did the art as well as the writing.
Oh, no. The
Marvel Knights X-Men.
Oh, Iron Fist by Kara Andrews.
Yeah, that should be amazing.
Weapon.
Who I thought was a female for a very long time, but is a man.
And is from Canada.
And is named Care, which is confusing.
Kaare.
Kaare.
Okay.
It's just a lot of vowels.
It's probably like an Inuit name or something.
Are you jumping to conclusions?
No,
yes,
I don't know.
Yes, he is. 100% conclusion jumping.
Someone could hear this and then they're gonna
think I'm racist.
Yeah.
You are racist. Horribly racist.
I'm not racist. You're racist, Todd.
Yeah. No.
So yeah, the Marvel Knights. Yeah. Actually, I'm really looking forward to Matt Kint's new series with Clayton Crane. Rye. It looks pretty cool.
What's it called?
Rye.
Is that Marvel?
No, it's
Is that the
one you got that preview for?
Avatar?
Yeah, I think it's for Avatar.
Okay.
Well, I love Clayton Crane's art. It's weird though.
Clayton Crane's art is really good if it's symbiotes.
It works for certain
symbiotes are
things.
Great. Because they're all like weird and like there's shit.
It looks like
off
it's
them
really
and,
going to
viscera
work for
and
this,
stuff,
just
but
the style of it.
yeah, that's good.
Zeb Wells also writes. I'm so unhappy he is not doing Elektra.
I know. I was all psyched for Elektra because I was like,
Zeb
man,
Wells.
Frank Miller's characters never get used very well. And then it's like, oh, Zeb Wells is awesome. He'll do a good Elektra. And now it looks rough. There was like a preview page of the art, and it looked really kind of rip-offy of like Bill Sienkiewicz, who I don't even like. So a rip-off of someone I don't even like is not something I want to read.
I mean, I haven't read the series that they're doing now, so I don't know if it's bad.
I don't think it's out yet.
Yeah. What other? The all new Marvel now is honestly, it looks pretty good. It looks like a good collection of things coming out. I've been reading the X-Force that Simon Spurrier's doing, and he did X-Men Legacy, and he's been doing really well on that. So It actually just ended today.
Yeah.
This very day. X-Men Legacy 300. Back to the old numbering for the last issue.
Yeah, because they hit a big number. They do that all the time with comics, and it gets kind of confusing because it's like, this is the next volume, but since this got to a big number, we're going to switch this freaking numbering system to the old volume, but this is still the next volume. So it goes from like volume 2, issue 80 to volume 2, issue 300.
Why would they do that?
Because it's stupid. And because if you say it's like the 300th issue, if it's like an anniversary issue, like a round number issue, it's like a big anniversary thing.
And people will buy it.
Yeah, just for fucks, because they're like, oh, this will be valuable. Or maybe just because, I don't know, whatever reason. But it's annoying.
It's very annoying.
Because, yeah, that happened with Jason Aaron's Wolverine also. It just switched to the old numbering system and is like 24, 25, 300, 301, 311. Fucking stupid.
They even...
Yeah, it's just like, boom.
One of the worst ones for that, though, was Ultimate Comics Spider-Man.
Oh,
when it
awful.
went from... It was like 12 issues, and it went from like 1 to like 12,
and then
like 150. And it was like, what?
Yep.
Like, why did you even bother restarting
And then they
series?
killed them 10 issues later.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
Couldn't have waited.
There's been like 40 issues with Miles.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I like Miles.
I like Miles too. He's not as good as Peter, but still good. Dance party. What other new series are coming out? I don't remember.
Not
All new
new.
Dupe. You excited for all new Dupe?
No, because it's a dupe. Because I don't care, because it's a dupe. You can't even understand what he says. Like,
yeah,
it's
apparently
just a weird random character, and I don't hate him or anything. Why would I buy a series with him like in the lead?
Because it'll fill out your Battle of the Atom collection. I probably should play with that.
Yeah,
No, because it's gonna pick up.
Yeah. I realize that.
If you missed that because Forrest was fucking with things, dupe is stupid.
Anyway, it's a love story between him and Kitty Pryde.
Anyway.
An unreciprocated love story between him and Kitty
I
Pryde.
don't know if it is or is not.
I'm sure it's not because it's dupe.
It might
Plus,
be.
she was dating Bobby at the time.
At the time.
Oh my god.
Could be the between.
So like
time.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's between the panels, man. Between the panels.
So non-existent. I read
Miller.
Frank Miller's Ronin recently.
Yes.
Pretty awesome series. I liked how it turned out because it was like a really 180 kind of direction from what it was initially, and something that I thought was really weird, every time like it would show a wide shot of the city and like all that green plastic shit was like growing.
Yeah.
All it reminded me of was Invader Sim for some reason. Like that just chunky green stuff.
Yeah.
It just was like Invader Sim. It didn't look like biocircuitry or whatever he was trying to pass it off as, but
Yeah.
it was really awesome series, don't get me wrong. Like weird amputee becoming a fucking Ronin from like
Way to spoil it.
Didn't spoil anything.
Oh no, wait, no, you didn't. You're right. I'm sorry.
It's like the base of the story.
Yes, it is. That's the most basic element. Of the story. I forgot about stuff. It's been a while since I read it.
It's awesome though. The art is how it's not as like crazy as Dark Knight Strikes Again or Dark Knight Returns, which I like, because Dark Knight Strikes Again is his like craziest, most illegible shit.
I blame a lot of that on the colorist. Did you do the colors for
Green
that?
Lantern. Ooh.
Just the colors are really bright and garish in Strikes Again.
But like
the story's awesome. Like, don't get me wrong.
But yeah, the art was really good. It was like an in between from what I think is his best on like Daredevil in like the late 70s and 80s and shit. I think that was Frank Miller's best art.
Nerd.
Yeah. You're on a podcast talking about comics.
I know.
And Godzilla's, apparently.
That comes up. It happens.
What was it? Oh, yeah, Frank Miller. I like his art sometimes because it just makes me feel like, oh, yeah, I could draw that. It's like, it's Frank Miller's art. It's like, oh, yeah, that's not really how a person looks.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, Frank Miller made it. Look at that. Except on Daredevil. His art in Daredevil is awesome.
Well,
and
that's
way beyond
because he like
people.
was, you know,
young and had to impress people.
trying to match other people's style at the time also. Because
His style's better than everyone else's at the time, though. He revolutionized it. Then he shit all over it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Frank Miller, but you did.
That's just the way he likes to draw, you know.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's just not that good.
Yeah. Actually, Nick has this title by him, Tales to Offend. He did everything on it. Wrote it, drew
Lettered.
it, inked it, lettered it.
He inks a lot of the time, though.
Yeah.
Lynn Varley does colors, but he inks a lot of his own stuff.
Yeah.
Klaus Janson
yeah.
did like his Daredevil and Dark Knight Strikes and stuff, but that's it, really.
Well, yeah, Tales to Offend, no, he does it all on that one.
Yeah.
Everything.
He did it all on 300, too, and
Sin City.
Holy Tower.
No, I don't think he did it all in Sin City.
I think he did.
Yeah,
I think he did it all in Sin City.
Sin City's wicked.
I've
Oh,
only
Dame to Kill for a trailer.
The trailer was amazing. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is going to be an excellent addition.
Yeah, I love
Josh Brolin as the new Clive Owen character. No? Who is he?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's the new Clive Owen character.
Okay. Who's Josh Brolin taking over for?
I don't think he's taking over.
He's taking over for someone.
Is it Benicio del Toro, maybe?
Yeah. He's not in that one, so.
No, I don't know.
Or is he? I
don't think he's taking over. Who would he be taking over?
I don't know. Who is he then? Who is he then?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't looked at the cast.
Okay.
But still, I know Joseph Gordon-Levitt's Dwight pre-surgery. I do know that much. Yeah, I love the one line.
The surgery fixed his English accent. Or fixed him with an English accent, I guess.
Well, no, Clive Owen, he's one of those people who has an English accent but tries to cover it up, but you can still tell.
That was trying to cover it up?
As far as I could understand.
Really?
Yeah.
That was not at all covered up.
Yeah.
That was like inside man, like just straight up, I'm English.
I thought he was trying to cover it up.
Oh.
Maybe he wasn't.
I didn't get to the impression. I don't think Jamie thinks that either.
Okay. Yeah, no, I got the impression he was trying to cover it. Yeah, I guess it gave him... He did
I thought he was awesome, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I just don't think he was
yeah.
suppressing shit. If he does, he needs to work on it.
Yeah, no,
He's not really in movies anymore.
Clive Owen? What was the last thing he was in?
A terrible movie with Jason Statham and Robert De Niro.
What movie was that?
Kill something? Kill Switch? No. Kill...
What?
Kill Safe? No. Those are games. No, wait, the first one was a band. I don't know. Something terrible. It didn't do well.
I am very excited to see Mickey Rourke as Marv again. Because I think that is, like, he's just perfect.
His character died in the first one.
He made other appearances.
I haven't read that much.
They're back, obviously, before the character died, but
Really?
Sin City is all over the place for timeline. They don't.
But
it's Frank Miller. That's how
Bruce
it is.
Willis died in the first one.
Yeah, and he's going to be in
back.
this one, too.
Same thing. His character's made other appearances.
Yeah, and then Nancy is going to be in it.
Of course. Nancy makes an appearance in a lot of them because she's just, like, in the strip club stripping while they're walking past. Actually, it's cool if you... Nick has all the books, and if you stack them side by side, there's a picture of Nancy dancing on the side.
Really?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's weird.
Yep.
It's very Frank Miller.
Yep. I like his art on Sin City.
Yeah, it really works with the black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find... Yeah, I don't find that his art does as well with color. I like it a lot more with black and white. It has a more forgiving...
Well, it's
feel.
just the stark contrast really lends to it also, I find, you know. And he makes really good use of negative space in his black and whites. And he also, I really do like how in Sin City they'll use occasional color to like represent something vital to the story too. Have you read From Hell, the last one, or To Hell and Back? Sorry, the last one.
No, I've only read the first Sin City book.
Okay.
And I read like the start of A Dame to Kill For.
Yeah, to Hell and Back. There's one scene where a character gets dosed with drugs, and his whole like drug trip is in color, and it's hilarious. He sees Captain
Probably
America
by Lynn Varley.
Yeah, most likely. But yeah, I do also. The movies are spot on representation.
Oh yeah, I think that the first movie was a brilliant adaptation from the comics. I think that They did like everything right, acting wise and like writing, editing. It was fucking brilliant. Like, blown away. Like stylistically, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez really like
knows his stuff.
Well, yeah. Frank Miller also had a heavy hand in it, I think, because he was a co-director and he wrote the screenplay and like produced. I'm sure, whatever. Quentin Tarantino did like a scene.
Yeah,
I think it was the first scene with Josh Hartnett on the roof. I really like that scene.
Yeah, that's what the scene he actually Robert Rodriguez
let him direct to convince him that digital wasn't as terrible.
Also that's what he showed like actors and stuff when he was trying to get them drafted for the to be in the movie.
Oh, okay.
He'd like show them like this, wait, we filmed this. Check this out. This is sort of the style we're going for.
Yeah, Josh Hartnett was only in like that scene.
Yeah,
and the one at the end.
He's the stranger.
He killed it.
He was really good.
I like Josh Hartnett.
What about Amazing Spider-Man?
Oh,
I think that looks terrible.
Oh no!
And I think the addition of Alex Kurtzman and Robert Orci as writers is terrible because they aren't good writers, they aren't good with characters.
I just don't think it's.
It's overloaded with villains. It's gonna have let's see, Rhino, Green Goblin, who's either dying or is played by Dane DeHaan, which is an odd choice.
It's so bad looking.
Who's Electro, who's purple. Really bad choice on how to do. I get what you were going for, and I respect the fact that you were trying to do like Ultimate Spider-Man, but you did it really bad because he's purple.
They're gonna do a Sinister Six movie. Apparently.
Oh, I know. Yeah, and a Venom one.
I love how they're like trying to do what Marvel's doing, but they have Spider-Man, so they can only have like so much to draw from. So they're like, let's make movies about the villains.
Yeah. At least they have an excuse for being bad at it. DC has no excuse. They're trying to copy Marvel, but they suck at it, and they don't want to admit that they're copying Marvel.
When did Batman and Superman get delayed too?
2016, because they don't want to have to compete with Avengers, just like how Man of Steel got delayed because they didn't want to compete with Avengers.
Think about how much money Avengers 2 is going to make.
Oh, it's gonna.
I think Avengers 2 is going to break the record.
Yeah.
It's going to break movie theaters.
It's going to break us.
I'd like to think I'm not working at Rainbow by the time Avengers 2 comes out, but I know I will. So, yeah, moving on. I called dibs on the poster.
I called dibs on that Godzilla poster.
Yep. Boom. March 12th. Todd dibs to Avengers poster. On the bright side, that's only like a year and a bit away.
Oh, why does it have to be so long?
But there's going to be like 3 great movies.
Between them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, 4 if you count Sin City.
Yeah.
I'm not going to count 300 because it's terrible.
Yeah. Oh my god. There might also be other comic book movies coming
like 3 Guns. Ant-Man's not till after Avengers.
There's 2,
really?
yeah.
Yeah, it comes out like really close after, like August. Or so, yeah.
Michael
August.
Douglas.
Yeah, I think he's going to be an interesting Hank Pym. He can play a dick.
Michael Douglas.
Maybe don't have him as tan, as in Lost Wages. Sorry, Las Vegas. I like to call it Lost Wages.
That was a very good unintentional mess up.
Oh, it was intentional.
I thought you just slipped into Watley.
No thanks, I don't want to be a giant crab man. I don't like the sea.
So have you been keeping up with All New and Uncanny?
Uncanny, I am up to date except for the one that just came out last week.
Yeah.
Been too busy. And with All New, I'm caught
Actually,
up.
that one's Marco Rudy did the art for some of that out too, I believe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And All New, I am at the start of the trial of Jean Grey.
And you're caught up on Guardians too, so you can actually read that. No, you're not. Oh my god.
I'm just going to read it anyways because I figure anything that happens in Guardians in Infinity isn't going to be that important.
Oh, right.
I'm caught up to Guardians up to Infinity.
Right. You could just read, no, because that'll ruin, yeah. No.
I figure what happens in Infinity, like I already know that Angela's I assume, joined up.
Yeah.
Because she's hanging out with the team a lot on all the covers.
Yeah.
I'm not retarded.
Todd,
sorry, I'm not a fancy. I'm a terrible person, but I'm not fancy.
Has a new issue of Sex Criminals come out?
No, the fourth issue was the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fourth issue of Sex Criminals.
Why do you bring up the like weird ones?
That one's not that weird.
How do you get into a comic book called Sex Criminals?
That's Todd.
It's because it's by Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky.
Yeah. Matt Fraction does
I didn't know
awesome
who
work.
Chip Zdarsky was, but Matt Fraction does a lot of work for Marvel. He's been doing a lot more stuff for like Image and independent stuff, and I like a lot of his independent stuff more. I haven't read a lot of his stuff for Marvel because he handled characters like Thor that I didn't read that much of.
Uncanny X-Men.
Yeah, I have some of it. I just haven't read a lot of Matt Fraction's stuff.
You didn't read his Defenders.
I read some of his Defenders.
Yeah. It was really good.
His Immortal Iron Fist is amazing.
Yeah, him and
that
Ed
he co-wrote
Brubaker,
with Ed Brubaker. Yeah. But yeah, he had this new series coming out, and I was like, "Fuck it." Looks weird, and I like Matt Fraction, and it was cool and weird, and is about people who, when they bang, when they come, time stops
for them.
And it starts out with like the main character Susie, and she's like telling her story.
And only certain people can do this, by the way.
Yeah, and then in like college, she finds someone who can like do it too. So when they have sex, they end up like stopping, like time stops, but they're both like confused to be like, "Why are you here? That's weird." So they start like, hooking up all the time, and then they think of an idea that they should, rob a bank to get money for
some charity.
Yeah, it's a charity thing, so they can rob the bank, but they can do it while they're stopped time. So yeah,
it's crazy.
It is, but it's cool.
Must have been awkward to add to your subs.
It was. I felt really uncomfortable, and Glenn actually made a joke about it when I added it. Yeah.
At least it wasn't just the title called Sex.
Yeah. He actually asked about that. He was like, "Oh, you're gonna add sex?" I was like, "No, it's cool."
I'm not that big a pervert. Actually, I haven't read it. I have no idea what it's about.
It's supposed to be good, but I haven't read it.
Did you hear Stray Bullets is back? I don't even know what Stray Bullets is, to be quite honest.
It's that David LaFamme series. It's by like Image or something.
Yeah, okay.
I got one issue for Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, okay. I know what that is now.
I
just saw that.
I don't really read it.
No, I don't either. I've never, obviously, clearly.
Yeah.
You know what was an awesome series, though?
What?
Why the Last Man.
Why the Last Man was a great series. Brian K. Vaughan killing it again. That one was Piguero doing the art for Piguera. Sorry. Butchered that a little bit.
I might be wrong on it, too. So.
I think you're right, though. That's close enough.
Some of their names are ridiculous. It's not my fault.
Patsy.
Let's just call it Patsy. Oh, what was that one series you were reading with by the Ba and Moon brothers?
Day Tripper.
Yeah.
Day Tripper. Yeah, it's a great series. They are mostly known just for doing like art and covers and stuff. They're really talented. Work with a lot of weirdos like Matt Fraction and Gerard Way.
Yeah.
Did the Umbrella Academy, which is a great couple of series that he needs to finish.
Yeah, I heard the third's coming out soon.
Yeah, Apocalypse. No, not Apocalypse.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Apocalypse Hotel.
Oh.
Maybe.
So what's her face is...
Maybe. I don't know. It's something. I remember the title, but also I forget it.
It's something.
It's the worst. Taylor would know.
Yeah, she would know. I want to read his one about punk rock cats.
Oh, yeah, that looks great. He's just released photos of the pictures on Twitter.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll sub that. Enough people, I think, will be getting that I can just get it.
I'm subbing it.
Read it. Yeah, I know.
I'm subbing it. Killjoys was a good series by him.
But yeah, back to Day
Tripper. Sorry, yes.
That's cool. Yeah, the Ba and Fabio Moon, who are twin brothers. I don't know which one changed their name or if they both changed their name, but there's at least one name change there.
I imagine it would be Moon.
I'd imagine, but you never know.
You never know. You never know. You're right.
Maybe he's like, I don't want to be called Moon. I don't like lunar shit. Anyways, they wrote and did the art and the covers and like basically everything. Someone did the colors and letters, but yeah, it won a couple Eisner Awards in the year it came out for best limited series and stuff like that. And it's about this man who's like a struggling writer in Brazil, and he wants to like be a novelist, and he is working at a like newspaper as an obituary writer, and he's like writing about people's like deaths and stuff, and
it's got to be depressing work.
He sees it as that a lot of the time, and it's just in each issue there's about 10 issues I believe, and in each issue it's like it reminds me of like a multiple universe or like a multiverse, because it's like each issue it ends with like his death.
Oh. And
like in each new issue it deals with like a different age. Like the first age is like 32, and then the next one's like 21, and then the next one's like 11, and then like 28, and then like 70, and like 55, and like he dies in like all of them. And it's like weird, and it's a lot of like sad ways and like tragic. Like
it kind of reminds me of Number Crunchers a bit.
Yeah, it's really like poetic and stuff, especially when it gets to the end, which I'm not gonna say anything about. But it's really, it's really beautiful ending, and it's really awesome book that I suggest people should check out.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Number Crunchers a bit in the premise there.
Yeah, kind of.
You read that, right?
Yeah, Simon Spurrier's
PJ Holden
Titan Comics series.
I know.
So I think it's like a UK publisher.
Yeah.
Mark Miller had some
stuff on Titan,
not on them, but is like friends with them, or put their stuff in Clint. He had their stuff in Clint a lot. His magazine, his comic magazine.
Well, that's also probably like repping the small time indie or UK publishers. Like,
why not, right?
Yeah. I wonder what's going on with Marvel's UK, like their Brit and stuff. They haven't done
I don't know. I didn't even think that's like a thing that they're still doing.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's stuff going on there. They touch on the characters.
Oh, I thought you meant like the print.
No.
Okay. Oh, you mean like Captain Britain? Yeah. Who cares? He's dead, hopefully.
I care.
Dead.
Captain Britain's cool.
No, he's not. He's the opposite of cool.
He's cool.
Opposite.
He's cool.
No, he's not. He's the worst. He's a little bitch.
He's not a bitch.
He's totally a bitch. His powers come from being like confident and courage, and he's a little bitch. And he is, and they make the point of that.
He's not a bitch.
When it comes down to it.
No.
They make that point in AVX.
Sometimes, yeah, when the pressure's on.
Yeah, when they need him.
Sometimes when they need him, he's there. Sometimes when they need the
Hulk,
he destroys a city.
Yeah, but Hulk's upsides, Hulk's upsides outweigh his downsides. Plus, you can shoot Hulk into space.
Hulk can fight like gods and stuff. Okay, he still destroys a whole city.
Yeah,
he destroyed Las Vegas.
And they shot him into space. Look how well that worked.
And he came back and tried to destroy the planet.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
So just let him destroy some cities sometimes. Who gives a shit? Maybe if they weren't always hunting him and shooting him and shit, he wouldn't get so pissed off and want to destroy cities. Like, did you ever think of that?
With all the events where all these like thousands of people die in the Marvel universe,
there's a really high turnover rate for life.
Yeah, in the Marvel universe it has to be.
Comics in general.
Thins the population out.
Yeah. Especially, how do people still live in Manhattan in Marvel? Like how? There's like 18 superhero teams running around. You got Doc Ock taking over Spider-Man. No one knows.
Everyone
but still
in New
like
York is a superhero at this point.
Yeah, like so many Avengers teams, like Iron Fist, Luke Cage. Everyone's just Daredevil. Though Daredevil is moving.
They're all they're all supervillains or superheroes.
Yeah, there's like 30 people who aren't.
And those people are just like oblivious people.
Like, no, it'll be safe one of these days. Yeah. Spider-Man, help me. Boom. And then a rock falls on them. And then they die. And then there's only 29 people who aren't either superheroes or villains.
Yeah. Those are the innocent bystanders.
Yeah. Doesn't help that they just keep creating, like, really stupid, shitty villains for people, like Spider-Man. He always gets the worst villains.
No, but he also has...
He has a lot of really good, really
Yeah.
classic villains.
Green Goblin, Venom, Carnage.
He has some great ones, but lately...
That stands a lot.
I know. He's awful.
He's awful. Just awful. A lot of Spider-Man's villains, though, are just knockoffs of previous villains that have already come out. Like
Lady Stiltsman.
Carnage, Venom, Hobgoblin, Green Goblin,
Hobgoblin, Knobgoblin.
Demo Goblin.
There's been like 4 Hobgoblins, too.
Right, yeah, there's been like 4 Green Goblins. There's only been
So
one
many
Demo
goblins.
Yep.
Well, Demo Goblin is basically just Green Goblin in the Ultimate Universe.
No.
Well, he looks like him.
No.
Thought he
Demo
did.
Goblin is Masondale. Jason Masondale was the Hobgoblin.
No,
Went to
that's-
hell and came back.
Yeah, but like looks like him, not is him. Like drawn. Big green demon.
It's not
Isn't
big. He looks like basically the Hobgoblin, except with like a blackish reddish cloak and like a demon's face, and then like fire.
Was he in like the Spider-Man animated show?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
okay, I remember him now.
In the Maximum Carnage arc.
Alright.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think that's about it for the first Todd and Forrest Talking Comics podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Signing
As Todd
off.
would say. Yeah, this is us signing off or jerking off.
No, not at all. Well, not here.
Maybe thank people for listening.
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
We want to thank everyone for tuning in, listening to our attempt at podcasting.
For the first time. We'll get better, or maybe we won't.
We'll still stay scattered though, like Sin City.
Because that's the way to be.
That's
So,
just how we work.
Yeah.